Hello students, we are learning M phase of cell cycle, and we all know that M phase of cell cycle can occur via two methods, via mitotic method and via meiotic method. And when the M phase occurs via mitotic method, it has two subphases, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. And karyokinesis has four subphases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. And after the telophase, cytokinesis will take place and two daughter cells will be produced from one parent cell. And these two daughter cells are completely identical to parent cell, and it has equal number of the chromosomes which were present in the parent cell. Okay, so in the previous video we have learned about prophase, and we have said that there are two stages of the prophase: early prophase and late prophase. Okay, and in late prophase the nuclear membrane disintegration increases, or nuclear membrane disintegration has proceeded or it has reached to maximum. Okay, nuclear membrane disintegration has reached to maximum, but still some fragments of nuclear membrane are visible in the cell, and two centrioles are moving towards the pole. And chromosomes are made up of two chromatids. Chromosomes are made up of two chromatids, but still the chromosomes are thin. Chromosomes appear thin because their chromatids are thin. Okay, chromosomes are made up of two chromatids which are thin in nature, and that's why these chromosomes are also thin in nature, or we can say a thread-like chromosomes are there in the late prophase. And nucleolus is absent. Golgi body and endoplasmic reticulum is lost. So this phase represents late prophase. Okay, after this phase, metaphase comes. Okay, after the late prophase, which is the next stage is metaphase. And this metaphase is also divided into two subphases. Metaphase is also divided into two subphases: early metaphase and late metaphase. Metaphase is also divided into two subphases: early metaphase and late metaphase. So when does the early metaphase start? Early metaphase starts with complete disintegration of the nuclear membrane. When the nuclear membrane is completely lost, the early metaphase will start. Okay, and during this time, as nuclear membrane is not there, as nuclear membrane is absent, all chromosomes will float in the cytoplasm. So what we will say, early metaphase starts with complete disintegration. It starts with complete disintegration of nuclear membrane. I am not writing whole. The early metaphase starts with complete disintegration of the nuclear membrane. When complete nuclear membrane is lost, early metaphase begins. Okay, and the chromosomes float in cytoplasm. Chromosome float passively in cytoplasm. So these chromosomes will float in the cytoplasm. Okay, all these chromosomes are floating in the cytoplasm, or we can say chromosomes float in the cytoplasm. Okay, now what will happen? On the centromere part of chromosome, this is the centromere. Okay, this is centromere. Above the centromere, or on centromere, we can say, on centromere, these two dark colored disc-like structure develop. Will develop, which are known as kinetochore. So after the disintegration of the nuclear membrane, complete disintegration, here partial disintegration is there, here complete disintegration will be there. So all chromosomes will float in cytoplasm. And now on the centromere, two disc-like structures will develop, which are known as kinetochore. Okay, so kinetochore develop on centromere. Kinetochore develop on centromere. And what is kinetochore? Kinetochore is a disc-like proteinaceous structure. What is kinetochore? Kinetochore is disc-like proteinaceous structure. So we are learning metaphase. We are learning actually metaphase, and metaphase is divided into two subphases that we have said. And there are two subphases called early metaphase and late metaphase. And in early metaphase, we said that it begins with complete disintegration of the nuclear membrane, and during this time the chromosomes will float passively in the cytoplasm. At the same time, on the centromere part, two disc-like structures will develop, which are known as kinetochore. And these kinetochore are made up of proteins, so they are proteinaceous in nature. Kinetochore are made up of protein, so they are proteinaceous in nature. Okay. Now, what is the significance of kinetochore? See, kinetochore will get attached with the spindle fiber. Kinetochores will get attached with the spindle fiber. So from where the spindle fibers will come? Spindle fibers will come from the centrioles. Spindle fibers will come from the centrioles. So we will talk about centrioles. What we will say? Centrioles, I am writing here, centrioles have reached to the poles. Centrioles have reached to the poles. Here centrioles were migrating towards poles. Here centrioles were migrating towards poles, but here centrioles have reached to the poles. Here centrioles have reached to the poles. And from this centrioles, what will arise? From this centrioles, spindle fibers will arise. Okay, from this centrioles, spindle fibers will arise. See here, spindle fibers are arising from the centrioles. Spindle fibers are arising from the centrioles. Spindle fibers are arising from the centriole. Okay, and they will get attached. These spindle fibers, these are known as spindle fibers. Okay, and these spindle fibers are attached to the kinetochore. Spindle fibers are attached to what? They are attached to kinetochore. Okay, spindle fibers are attached to the kinetochore. Clear hai? So spindle fiber arise from centrioles, and they get attached to kinetochore. They get attached to kinetochore. Okay, spindle fibers will get attached to the kinetochore. Okay, so these are the features of early metaphase. What we have said in early metaphase, we said that early metaphase starts with complete disintegration of the nuclear membrane, and when the nuclear membrane is completely lost, the chromosomes float passively in the cytoplasm. At the same time, centromere develop a proteinaceous disc on it. Centromere develop a proteinaceous disc on it, which is known as kinetochore. So these two disc-like structures are there, which are developed on the kinetochore, and these disc-like structure are known as kinetochore, and they have developed on the centromere. They are developed on the centromere. Now the centrioles have reached to the poles. And from centrioles, spindle fibers arise. And these spindle fibers get attached with the kinetochore of the centromere. Spindle fibers get attached to the kinetochore of the centromere. These are the feature of the early metaphase. Okay. Now let's talk about late metaphase. What will happen in the late metaphase? See, these spindle fibers will arrange all chromosomes in a single line. These spindle fibers will arrange all chromosomes in a single line. Okay, so during the during the late metaphase, what will happen? During the late metaphase, the first feature will be alignment of all chromosomes at metaphase plate, or we can say metaphase plate, or we can say equatorial plane. Okay, all chromosomes will lie on a single line. All chromosomes will lie on a single line on the equatorial plane, or they will lie on the same plane. And who will bring them on this plane? Spindle fibers will bring all chromosome on the single plane. Okay, spindle fibers will bring all chromosome on the single plane. This process is known as alignment. Of chromosome. Okay, so all chromosomes will get aligned on the equatorial plane or metaphase plate by whom? By spindle fibers. Spindle fibers will align all chromosomes or chromosomes on a single line on the equatorial plane or metaphase plate. Okay, so late metaphase is characterized by alignment of all chromosomes. Previously, all chromosomes were floating in cytoplasm. Okay, all chromosomes were floating in cytoplasm, but now this spindle fibers will bring all chromosomes on a single plane. This spindle fibers will bring all chromosome on the single plane. This is known as late metaphase. Okay, And during late metaphase, the chromosomal condensation reaches to its peak. Okay, during late metaphase, chromosomal condensation reaches to its peak. So we will write the second feature. Chromosomal condensation reaches to its peak. At this time, chromosomal condensation is maximum. Chromosomes are maximally condensed in which phase of the cell division? They are maximally condensed during the late metaphase of the cell division. Okay, chromosome condensation reaches to its peak during the late metaphase. Chromosomal condensation reaches to its peak during the late metaphase. Okay, and we can count the number of the chromosomes which are present on the equatorial plate, and we can learn about the size of the chromosome also. Okay, during the late phase, what can we do? During the late phase of the cell division, during the late metaphase of the cell division, we can learn the number of the chromosome present in the cell, and we can also learn about the size of the chromosome present in the cell. Okay, so we can learn about the size of the chromosome present in the cell, and we can also learn about the number of the chromosome present in the cell. So I am not writing that point. You can write in your notebook that late metaphase helps us to study. Late metaphase helps us to study number and size of the chromosome present in the cell. Late metaphase helps us to study number and size of the chromosome present in the cell. Okay, so these are the two stages called early metaphase and late metaphase. This is all about metaphase. Okay, so it has two subphases, early metaphase and late metaphase. We said in the early metaphase that it starts with complete disintegration of the nuclear membrane, and the chromosomes will float in cytoplasm, and kinetochore develop on centromere, and kinetochore are disc-like proteinaceous structure. Okay, centrioles have reached to the pole, and spindle fibers arise from the centriole, and they get attached to the kinetochore in the early metaphase. In the late metaphase, there will be alignment of all chromosomes at metaphase plate or equatorial plate, and this alignment will be done by spindle fibers. This alignment is done by what? Spindle fibers. And during late metaphase, chromosomal condensation reaches to its peak. During late metaphase, chromosomal condensation reaches to its peak, and we can study the size and number of chromosome during the late metaphase. We can learn size and number of chromosomes during the late metaphase. This is all about metaphase. In the next slide, we will talk about anaphase and then we will learn about telophase. Okay. So students, we have learned about early metaphase and late metaphase. Okay, this is late metaphase. You all know this. And during late metaphase, all chromosomes are present on the equatorial plate. Okay, or equatorial plane. You know about equator. Equator is the line that passes through the center of the earth. Equator is the line which passes through the center of the earth. In the same manner, this is a cell, and here a plane or line that passes through the center of the cell. A plane or line that passes through the center of the cell is known as equatorial plane. It is known as equatorial plane, or it is also known as metaphase plate. It is known as metaphase plate. Okay, so this is equatorial plane, and on this equatorial plane all chromosomes are present. On this equatorial plane all chromosomes are there. Okay, now what will happen during anaphase? We are going to learn anaphase. What happens in the anaphase? In anaphase, the spindle fiber constriction begin. What will begin? Constriction of the spindle fiber will begin. See here, spindle fibers are attached to kinetochore, and thereby they are attached to centromere. Okay, through kinetochore, spindle fibers are attached to the centromere. Okay, so here the spindle fibers are attached to the kinetochore and then to the centromere. Now what will happen? These spindle fibers will undergo constriction. These spindle fibers will undergo constriction. So their size will be reduced. Their size will be reduced. Okay, as the spindle fibers undergo constriction, so due to that their size will be reduced. Okay, and due to this reduced size, there will be pressure. There will be pressure on centromere. Okay, when the spindle fibers are reduced in size, they will create pressure on centromere. They will create pressure on centromere, and this centromere will get split. Centromere will get split. Okay, so both the chromatids will get separated. You can see that in this figure. Okay, initially this and these chromatids were joined together. Okay, so they were together by one centromere, but as the spindle fibers have undergone constriction, due to that the pressure arises on the centromere. And under the effect of this pressure, this centromere will split. And both the chromatids will get separated. So we will write about that during anaphase, what will happen? The spindle fibers constrict, or spindle fiber constriction starts. Okay, spindle fiber constriction begins during the anaphase. What happens? Spindle fiber constriction begins. Okay, and this creates pressure. This creates pressure on centromere. And due to this pressure, centromere splits, and both chromatids are separated, and they start to move towards the poles. Okay, these chromatids start to move towards the poles. Okay, chromatids will start to move towards the pole. Here also chromatids are moving to this pole, and these chromatids are moving to this pole. So here all chromatids will get separated, and they will start moving towards the pole. moving towards the pole. Okay, so what we have said in anaphase, that spindle fiber constriction starts during the anaphase, and this creates a pressure on the centromere, and due to this pressure centromere splits and both the chromatids are separated and they start moving towards the pole. Okay, now these chromatids are known as chromosome. Okay, while they are moving towards the pole, they are known as chromosome. Now they are not known as chromatid. Now we will not call them as chromatid, we will call them as chromosomes. Okay, so they get individuality in form of chromosome. Previously they were chromatids, now they are known as chromosomes. Okay, and so here chromosomes are moving towards the pole. While their movement, their arms remain behind, and centromere remain in front. Okay, while the movement of chromosome towards the pole, the arms of the chromosome lag behind, whereas the centromere remain in front. I am not writing this point, but this point is very important in anaphase. Okay, so I have written only 4 points, but you write this in your book that during their movement towards the pole, the arm of the chromosome remains behind. Arm of the chromosome will stay behind, but the centromere remains in the front part. Centromere will stay in the front part. Okay, so please remember this point, that during the movement of chromosome towards the pole, the arm of the chromosome remains behind, or we can say they trail behind. Okay, they trail behind, but the centromere remains in the front part. As you can see that all arms are behind, they are trailing behind, and the centromere is in the front part. Okay, so this is all about anaphase. I am not writing the last point, I have narrated it. You please write it in your textbook that during anaphase spindle fiber constriction begins. This creates a pressure on the centromere, and due to this pressure the centromere splits, and now these chromatids are separated and they start moving towards the pole. And now these chromatids are known as chromosomes. These chromatids, while their movement towards the pole, chromatids are known as chromosomes. We will not call them as chromatid. Now they are known as chromosomes. Okay, and during their movement towards the pole, in chromosome, the arms will trail behind and centromere will remain in the front part. Arms will remain behind and centromere will stay in the front part during their movement. Okay, so this is all about anaphase. Okay, so I am not explaining telophase today. I will explain telophase and cytokinesis in the next video. So please learn early metaphase, late metaphase and anaphase. Okay, from the video and then from the textbook, and then submit your homework. Okay, best of luck.